wherever you are. It's a beautiful.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
March 1. Get down, Papa. Talking to my dog, not the audience. Guys, before anything else, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that motherfucking like button. You don't have to subscribe. Just like the video and comment on it.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Boost our engagement. We'd appreciate the subscription, but just even if you comment something stupid, you can dig on me. I don't give a fuck. Please, for the love of God.
I hope the audio is working properly.
Yeah, let me set the timer, actually.
I'm going to see if the audio's good.
Okay. So, it's fucking hot.
It is hot,
dude. It
dude.
is so fucking hot. I don't know why. We're in March. We're almost a quarter through the year.
It's weird because I feel hot, but I don't know, you were sick for a bit, right?
Yeah, I was sick.
I still feel sick, so I feel like I need to have my...
I felt like I was getting sick on Saturday when we went to the
Really?
bar. Yeah, and I was feeling it in my throat, but thankfully, not that much.
Yeah, there's this whole week, dude, at the gym. I felt off.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
but
that's the worst when you feel
it is what it is.
You can't hit your PR.
Yeah, but you gotta get your reps in, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta go regardless.
I'm not sure if it's a myth or if there's actually any foundation to it, but apparently working out when you're sick is supposed to help your...
People be saying like it makes the wrong connections and stuff. That's what I mean, bro. But it's cool not to break the habit, I guess. Like,
yeah.
Even though you don't feel 100.
I hate breaking the habit. It pisses me off and it makes me...
The one thing that when I'm really sick, the one thing I won't do is cardio, bro.
Yeah, same. I won't do cardio, especially outside. When I do cardio outside, I just feel like I'm going to be devastated the night.
And you're like, man, should I just stop here?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyways, Iran's attacked. Did you hear? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
You got stocks in Raytheon, so you're
yeah, dude.
You're just trying to plug your stuff.
My Palantir, my OpenAI, they've all...
It's crazy though, man.
Moon right now.
It all started. Yeah, it all started so quickly, dude. Like,
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Dude, we were literally at the bar and I showed you the message when it happened at like 3 a.m.
And the next day, Ayatollah confirmed dead.
Ayatollah confirmed dead.
Oh, and then today was like the head of the military or something.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Dude, have you seen that quote from one of Iran's military leaders? They're saying, well, who should we attack from the United States? Because all like he's like SpongeBob or Spider-Man. Because because American heroes are all fictional. And I'm like, damn, that's a pretty good one. You can't lie, dude.
Did you see the I think it was an Iranian ambassador. They're like, oh, is the Ayatollah still alive? He's like, as far as I know, he's still alive. Fuck. But it's crazy because they've been bombing like all. Did you see the? Oh, were you the one that sent me the clip from Dubai?
Yes, the Dubai hotel. There's like the main hotel.
No.
The
Taj Mahal.
Yeah, famously.
Fuck, what was it called? Burj Khalifa.
The Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
The Mia Burj Khalifa. The Mia Burj Khalifa. Yeah, I thought that it was attacked, dude. That was pretty fucking crazy. And it's such a high tourist population too, dude.
It is, dude. I mean, a lot of people go to Dubai these days. So
the idea that Iran has nuclear weapons, what do you think about that?
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either.
Because I feel like
even mentioned.
I feel like the people in power now are like at their like the government's whatever like. The country itself is like okay, but like the ruling class, I guess, is very much under like potential coup. So if there's any time to use a nuclear weapon for them, it's now. And I don't see it happening. I think.
Yeah.
So I just don't think they have them.
Israel's been gaslighting the United States into saying that they've had it for about the past 25 years since Netanyahu's been in power, basically.
Yeah.
And I've been watching a lot of interviews. They're like raw interviews with special forces, veterans, and combat militants, and they're basically saying the United States is acting on behalf of Israel because Israel knows it can't get away with bombing Iran. But
have you seen interviews with the guy John Kay, the CIA guy?
Oh, is it
Kiriaki or something like that?
It's I was gonna say Karen Nicolau, but that's
that's
Stassi, Kylie Jenner's best friend, Anastasia Karen Nicolau.
Yeah, well, he was talking about how he's like, well, the CIA doesn't really like to mess with Mossad or anything because he's like, they'll play dirty. He's like, they'll try to like get double agents to work for them too, and it's like,
did you see there was a shooting last night?
Oh, I did hear about
Austin.
that. Yeah.
Bro, and it's funny because this guy, not to make light of the shooting, but
It's funny because this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, then what are you gonna say, bro?
no, he had a hoodie. He had a hoodie, bro, that said "Property of Allah." It's like how and
He was the shooter?
How more obvious could the asset be for the CIA, bro? Yeah, the shooter. Who else, bro? A victim. It's okay, bro.
Damn, he's checking up on me too.
Yeah, dude. It's all right, Snoop.
So the shooter, wait, what happened to him? Did he get arrested or?
He got arrested, I
Shot
believe.
himself.
Only 2 casualties, thankfully, but 14 were injured. It was at a bar, yeah.
Oh, casualties in terms of
Of
Dunzo?
deaths, yeah. And they went into
In
a
terms of Dunzo.
in terms of Dunzo. Yerp.
That's hilarious, dude.
And in his car, they found a Quran, and they found a bunch of. They're speculating that he was radicalized by the attacks in Iran, but
Really?
yeah, but
bro.
that's
Dude,
just a theory.
Did you see that in LA they were having like both groups protesting?
Yeah,
Like
I
the
did.
pro intervention and then like the
Yeah.
pro Iran people, I guess.
Mhm. And
It's just
actually-
so interesting, bro.
It
Like
is interesting. It's so funny. I've already told you, but when they do protests like that for LA, it's like that'll show them.
like what is the government
Yeah.
gonna do?
Like,
Like,
what-
what is LA gonna do?
What exactly will your activism in the streets do to qualm? Of course, the United States government knows its people aren't in favor of any kind of war, especially those who have served or have family members in overseas. But protesting is not going to make a dent as to what the Trump administration is doing at the moment.
I wonder what the plan is too. Like, is it a Venezuela situation, or are they planning like what's gonna be the plan after? Because I hear a lot of people,
I read-
like Iranians, they want basically the son of the guy that was deposed in the 70s, the Reza Pahlavi.
Mm-hmm.
His son basically has been like going around like on podcasts, which is funny.
Really?
Like he was on PBD.
Oh, what?
Because like
And
he's
he was
Iranian
on,
too.
Call
He's,
Me Daddy and Joe Rogan,
Cause,
JRE.
yeah, because that guy's Iranian too, I guess. He was just talking about like what the government was up to, like how it represses people and stuff. But basically, it was like it felt like he was trying to market himself. It's like, oh, I'm the next guy up or whatever.
But he goes on Gavin Newsom's podcast, and then he's like, if you ask me, the next leader should be a DEI, a black queer lesbian woman overseeing
Bro,
Iran.
imagine him talking to Stephen A.
Dude. Bro, Stephen A's.
He's been everywhere too, dude.
I can't stand him.
He's
right
been
now,
everywhere.
man. He obviously wants to run as a
Democrat.
yeah, but his ideas are
He's
so,
shitting on all Democrats.
And he's like, if you ask me what I wear right now, I'm not. He's like, I wouldn't classify myself as a Democrat. Well, nobody fucking likes you, first of all. I think, second of all, you have no. And it's dumb because he obviously should be running as a Republican, but he can't because obviously the pathway's open for
Right,
JD Vance.
yeah.
And he doesn't really care about any of the issues that are actually affecting people. He just thinks he's smart, and he's a fucking political sports commentator.
sports commentator.
And he doesn't even do that right. So.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his interviews, and he like, well, they ask him specifics. He's like pretty straightforward about it. He's like, to be honest,
Yeah.
I don't really know, but I know that when I get there, I'll get the right advisors, this and that, and it's hilarious because it's kind of the same thing that happened in Mexico like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
With AMLO.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They would ask him like specific questions, like, "Oh, like, what do you think about gay marriage?" And he's like, "Oh, the people will decide." It's like, bro, what do you think, bro? Which is funny.
I never knew that Dick Cheney was pro gay marriage throughout his time.
Oh, I didn't know that either. I saw the meme though, but
Dude. It's funny how these world events are probably
crazy how it's just turned to March, bro. Like
I
we're
know,
just
dude.
3 months in and so much has happened.
I was gonna say that these are just like content farming for late night hosts. Like you have like probably John Oliver be
John Oliver would be a perfect one.
they're talking Iran is probably bro. He's funny because he makes.
You saw on HBO, right?
I think so. He's on Comedy Central now, which is TBS.
I thought it was
Is
on
it on-
HBO.
I didn't know he was on HBO.
Do you know Jon Stewart has a podcast too?
Yeah, he does have a.
He does it like at his I guess at his house or something. It looks like his house.
Yeah, he does it. He does like the Zoom style.
Yeah, he does
podcast,
Zoom
right?
style. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's funny how John Oliver has these metaphors or these similes for. One thing is this, it's just like the other thing is this. It'll be like Latinos for ICE. It's like if a Latino were to put his dick in between two hot dog buns, go to Costco, sell it, and market it as a Mexican hot dog. Like that's exactly. And then
he would be so good to get made fun of in Family Guy.
Yeah.
Because it's like so structured, like the way he does his jokes.
Literally, it's like cutaway. Yes, that's literally the structure of his.
It's like white people do this, black people do that.
This is just like the time. He's like when Barack Obama went to the local Target and forgot to press checkout, but said that he was the president.
But imagine his writers like when they're deciding. Someone's like, "Oh, I got some new shit to do." He's like, "Nah, let's do the same thing that we did last week. We'll just do it this week."
I do respect John Oliver a lot though, because I feel like he's the only one who actually, you can tell his opinions are his own.
Genuine?
Yeah, I wouldn't say genuine, but they're at least his own. Whether they're right or wrong. Whereas I think Jon Stewart is too, but I also think he neuters himself a bit because he's older now. And Stephen Colbert is just so watered down by his networking.
What do you mean by the Jon Stewart one? Like,
I think he, like, before he used to be a bit more savage, you know? He used to be a bit more, like, loose cannon, didn't give no fucks. Kind of like millennial branded humor, you know? And
he's always, though, like, I mean, even in his Comedy Central days, he's always interviewed, like, real players in politics, right?
yeah.
Like,
And he had, like, Bill O'Reilly, he would always have him on and debate him, and then they would always be, it's like the antithesis to the Ben Shapiro owns college. But it would be like Jon Stewart owns Bill O'Reilly, And if you ask me, he did. But
yeah, I actually saw his last Sunday. I saw an interview that he had with this guy Richard Thaler. This is like a Nobel-winning like economist. So I was like, oh, is this new? Is this like the first time he's had someone that's a big player? Because he was so bitch made, to be honest. Like
the guy,
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
Yeah, because he was like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but and then the guy would explain, and he's like, oh, okay, but this, and this, but like I could be totally wrong. Like I don't know if he's like hedging himself, like he doesn't want to make himself look stupid, or I don't know.
I think he does that to do gotchas, because when he had his Apple TV series, I actually liked how he presented debates in there, but it was the same formula.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I don't know if it's his opponent, but this time it just didn't come out. You should watch it if you want to.
It. We should all watch it again. We should put half the podcast just
live stream reactions.
Kill the time,
bro. The screensaver is us like going like this, bro. Like.
Bro, you know who does that a lot, dude? And pisses me. I like the guy, but fucking Hassan, dude.
Yeah,
he does it like that Guido. With the fucking open mouth and then the title's like Trump just did this. It's like what? And it's funny because that could apply to anything within.
Yes. He probably cut and paste his thumbnail or whatever. What's the? Do you watch like leftist YouTubers, like in general, like the ones that cover news? No. The ones that cover news.
Probably just what's the guy, Sam Seder?
Sam Seder, there you go, dude. He does clickbaity title, like super clickbait titles too.
I don't. You know what? I'm lying. I listen to his podcast. I don't watch his YouTube, but his podcast.
Who?
Sam Seder.
Oh, he has a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he had a podcast.
Who does or?
Sam Seder has like kind of a news
Majority Report guy.
Yeah, Majority Report. Yeah.
Yeah. His podcast, the titles are pretty basic.
Oh, so he basically just does the same show, but he does the audio.
Yeah, but the podcasts are like the titles will actually put in the headline what the news of the day is and whatnot. But he does clickbait titles. You saying?
Yeah, he's like. Yeah, I know because he did one on Jon Stewart. He's like, Jon Stewart savagely exposes.
Who's that other guy? You know who does that too?
Right wing economist.
He's on. I'm not sure if he's Anna Kasparian's husband. Kyle
Kuklinski, bro.
Dude.
No. He's going out with, or I don't know if he's married to the people that used to be on the Hill.
Oh, Crystal
Rising,
Ball?
Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball,
Yeah, he's dating
right.
Crystal Ball. I don't know if they're married or
that's so
Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball.
Yeah, Kyle does that too. But to be fair to them, bro, I feel like you kind of have to do it if you're on YouTube.
You're right.
Like no one will click if you don't
Crystal
click.
Ball. What's the Indian guy that would be a public
I forget his name. Yeah, he's like a right winger, right? Or he's supposed to be a right winger. But he's not like pro MAGA or anything, is he? Because I've never heard.
He's never been.
I've never heard him
fully MAGA, but he's been more conservative. He was like Ben Shapiro before he sold out, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
But
it,
yeah,
folks.
but Ben Shapiro does the same thing. Like,
Oh,
dude, I saw Stephen A. on the Rubin Report, bro,
Really?
with Dave Rubin. That's what I wanted to
Dave
bring
Rubin's
up.
so dumb, dude.
Dude, that guy's hilarious, bro. He's literally any take that he has, it'll take the opposite, and you'll make money on it, bro.
Bro, you know who I'm surprised has very liberal leaning takes? This doesn't sound so stupid. Say clavicular, dude. It's very liberal leaning takes.
I've seen his take on JD Vance versus
Gavin
Newsom.
Yeah, so Gavin Newsom's gonna mog him. He's like, you got JD Vance is a fat motherfucker who will lose because Gavin Newsom's a Chad. But I've been seeing interviews where he basically says that he doesn't care about, maybe this is like neutral evil, but he doesn't care about trans people wanting to be the way they are because as long as he can still outmog them. That was literally what he said. And then and he also had a pretty good take on the vaccine requirements. He said being anti-vaccine is basically stupid because you're basically being vulnerable for the state of mind that you think you are smarter than everybody else. And he says it's okay to disprove mainstream. It's understandable that distrusting mainstream media is the norm, but these are years and years of studies that you shouldn't just ignore because there's been a culture shift, you know? And it's funny coming from this guy with the low cortisol level.
I feel like I've never seen his streams, man. I feel like that'd be so boring. The only thing I really like about them is their little lingo, dude.
Oh,
it's so funny, bro.
Yeah, we're pod maxing right now. Well,
we're audio mogging.
audio mogging. What? Damn.
Uh-oh.
Hey, bro, funny story. I'm telling on the pod right now, but this is a little embarrassing. I'm not sure if I told you once, but one time I was here alone, I was watching TV, and I was like, you know what? I'm just like jack off. Like I'm gonna just,
Bro.
I'm gonna just.
Nobody's watching this.
Yeah, I'm gonna just pull my pants down. It's my house, you know. It was a hot summer's day. Opened the window. I pulled the blinds a little down. Whole lights are off. I'm like, yup, like this is put what I wanted on the TV, bro. My neighbors walk by. Those two.
Oh,
Yeah. And the guy peeks real quick inside, and he like looks back to his girl, and the girl keeps walking, and you just hear the guy go, "Did you see that?" And I was like,
now you don't look at him in the eye,
I
bro?
guess I fucked up. Nah, I
But I remember that I think we were in high school, dude. We were doing
I already know where you're going, but yeah, we were doing a
like
project,
right? And I think I left my keys here. I don't know, whatever, over my phone. And then I went out for like 30 seconds. And I come back in.
Mind you, this guy.
No.
This no.
I didn't knock.
Yeah, this guy didn't knock. Not only that, but he made it known he was done for the day. Basically, we were doing the project, and I'm under the impression this guy's out. You keep going.
I don't think you had your door completely closed. Or
Yeah,
it was like blind.
It wasn't
just
locked,
blinds.
yeah.
It was just blinds.
It wasn't locked either. This is my old place.
But I was. It must have been like 10, 15 seconds that I was out. So I was like, it was only.
This guy went from 30 to 10.
It's only been 15 seconds. Like I'm sure he's still on the same. Like I'm not gonna knock. So I came back in. This was like happens to get your hands on your pants.
No, my pants were off, dude. My pants were off, and then I just looked at this guy like,
oh, shit.
"Do you ever Did you ever think about knocking,
Did you ever think about knocking?
or whatever happened to knocking?" Dude?
Whatever happened to Shane, bro?
Bro, you know what my favorite story of yours is, dude? I'm not sure if you're comfortable telling on the pod. When he went to the doctor's office, dude. You gotta tell that.
Tell him the story, dude.
So, if I recall correctly, you hadn't eaten that day, right? Or
No, it was like, I think it was 7th or 8th grade, maybe.
Oh, okay. So this guy goes to this guy goes to his primary care physician. It's like a routine checkup, and he walks in, and the doctor's a smoke show, right?
Yeah,
She's
black chick,
black woman, super fine, super attractive, and they tell Juan. They're going to be running a full physical of him, so he has to strip down naked. What happens next?
No, I mean, I was just in the room, like, it goes like a physical. Oh, it was for sports, right? Like, you know how you have to do your physical for sports. They're like, oh, you're gonna do like a full checkup and stuff. They're like, oh, here's like this gown to wear, or whatever. So I took my pants off, put the gown on, and I'm like, just thinking about how like the doctor is like a low key baddie. So I took my pants. And I was like, I got so nervous, dude. I was like, I was almost passing out. Bro, I was like, man, I can't. I was like, I don't want to look like I'm popping one or anything, but I don't want to look
like I got no real estate down there.
So I was like trying to like
so like flexing,
like she even cared, bro.
Yeah. I know. Like she even was in 8th grade.
I know.
You had all the shot. Bro, I have a good one for you. When's the last time you shit yourself? No, I'm not talking shart, like shit, like full on a turd.
Probably like 6th grade.
What?
Yeah. Like full on, like.
Well, actually, okay. Yeah. How about shart yourself? Like it was concerning. You're like, I got to change these right away.
Maybe like a couple years ago.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact situation, but.
So me too. On the way I was actually driving to In-N-Out. I was like, dude, I was having a good morning. I don't know what happened.
Where was point A? Where was point B? Like, what In-N-Out and from home or
from home? Where I worked. So from my
from work
from my
home.
No, from home to my work. So this is from my old place too, because I was still living at my old place when I was at In-N-Out. I'm driving, and I'm like my stomach like kind of hurts, but I had a good breakfast. It wasn't anything bad. I'm like, it shouldn't be anything. And I fart, and then just feel it all. Like I'm like, bruh.
And you were driving? You were on your way there?
I had the white In-N-Out pants, bro. So I was cooked. I was done. I had to call my manager. I'm like, yo, I got in an accident on the way to work, which technically isn't lying. I'm not lying.
What do you mean you're not lying? Oh, you had an accident.
I had an accident. And I had a sweater on, so I wrapped it around my waist. And I went to Target. I was like, plan B, this has to, because I didn't want to miss the day, obviously. Because you know me, I'm a hardworking guy. My perfect attendance record is
the world to you?
Yeah. And I go to Target, thinking they'll have white pants. Nope, bro. Target does not sell white pants.
No.
If anybody needs white pants, don't ever go to Target.
Target.
Yeah, and 21-year-old.
Go to Walmart for your white pants needs.
Yeah, but there's no Walmart in the
area.
In the LA tri-state area. Oh, there is in Burbank.
Wait, what Target did you go to? The one in Eagle Rock?
Yeah, the big one, not the little one. And yeah, dude, I was cooked, so I just told them like, hey, can I switch my hours for tonight? And they did. Thankfully, the managers are cool there, dude.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, managers, but
hey, working at In-N-Out's not bad, huh? That's pretty nice.
That I listen to. Yeah, the managers are very. They're always home. I'm always humbled by the managers, especially when I work there, because they made really good salary.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, like even the beginner levels, like above regular market, right? Like
it's above market, especially in California, market rate. But I've always had a ton of respect for my managers. I know they've always been so kind to, and they've always been lenient. And it's always for them. I've always noticed that the culture is reciprocated. So you treat others how you want to be treated. Golden rule applies there, and it's never applied anywhere else. But
isn't there like an In-N-Out university or something?
There is an university. That's where you go.
That's where they teach them that.
That's where you go right before you become a level 7, which is manager. So that's where you need to learn. And they even have like student of the month and stuff. And,
that's funny, dude.
Right, and then before there, you do all-star, which is you go to a new location with the other members that helped or that studied with you, and you're basically prepping the new associates to open the new In-N-Out. And you do that for a week. They station you, and from there you basically get your flowers, and you can come back, and you're a manager now. The only downside is you are on In-N-Out's basically behest. So if they want you to be a manager at a completely new location, you gotta go. There's no ins, ands, or buts about it. That's why a lot of associates stay at level 6, because they don't want the responsibilities of that. So you're getting the highest rate, but not the salary rate, and the salary rate is competitive, and it keeps going. And you can even make your way up to corporate and they have a whole separate entity which does like.
So like, let's say you're like a
QFC.
college kid. You've been working there since like, I don't know, you left high school or whatever. You think it's ideal to stay at 6? If you have like career ambitions, like, oh, I'm not gonna stay.
Well,
because then if you do 7, it sounds like you need to commit to in and out, basically.
Yeah, basically, but I think it's how lucrative it is that they offer you these things that makes you want to stay, and for good reason. You know, In-N-Out they have a reputation to uphold. I remember my manager, right when I was on the way out, we got a new manager. He was on his way to get a business degree, and he was offered the level 7, and he said, "I like it here, so why would I leave?"
So he was
the
like,
salary is like basically the same at the time, but yeah, I always admired and respected that about that guy. Yeah.
Do you have employee of the month now at work or no?
Not officially. So every first of the month we would do a store-wide meeting, and right there we'd have like donuts, and then we'd give out basically awards for associate of the month. So for
but when you were at In-N-Out, right?
Yeah, when I was at In-N-Out.
Well, but now do they have employee of the month now? Where
At my work? No,
yeah, no, they don't do that.
They don't do that.
Probably do it at work for us.
Really? Have you ever won it?
No, I've never won it. No, but they do it like they do it because I work at a trash company, right? They don't really do it for the
like
accounting department or anything.
Like I'm a disposal of garbage at a waste management company where I have to be put inside formal attire, and you're just basically a dumpster guy
with your Chelsea boots and stuff. Nah, they mostly give it out to the drivers or like dispatch workers and stuff. But bro, all they do is like they get you a parking spot, like a secured parking spot, like in front of the door, basically. And then you come out in the newsletter, bro. That's basically it.
I remember when I worked at Wilshire, or the law firm that I was at.
You just dox yourself, bro.
I don't give a fuck. But I remember when I worked there, dude, someone accidentally parked inside Bobby, the CEO's parking
the owner.
He sent an email out saying, "Whoever did this, just know you'll be fired immediately. And this is incredibly rude. It's like walking into someone's house and sleeping on their couch." And I'm like, give it a grip, man. Hold on, let me take this out this guy's mouth before he starts.
That's crazy, dude.
Squeaking. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I was laughing. I don't think I was at the company anymore, but that's what I heard.
I remember one of my neighbors was like a business owner a while back. And as soon as I graduated high school, he like for the summer he let me work at his company. I just fucking opened mail and shit. It was so boring. But I would take off when he did, because obviously he was my neighbor, right? So he would go like an hour late, and he would show up, and he would expect like the office people to move his cone and stuff from his parking lot. Like if he had to go and he had to wait like 5 seconds for them to come out and move it, he was pissed already. What? I'm like, dude, you don't call them or anything. How do you expect them to just be out there waiting for you until they can remove the
entitlement of
dude? Some people like, and I don't think they realize how that comes off, to be honest.
Or even if they do, they just don't care because they feel like I can get away with it.
Or I employ you, so you owe me.
Right,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There is a guy at In-N-Out. I worked with him. I feel bad for this guy. I won't say his name. Let's call him Danny. But he was, as far as I know, a product of the orphan system. So he was bounced basically house to house, but he couldn't keep a job. He was 32 years old. And he looked like our age at the time, and I was 21.
Did you ever go to any of the kickbacks we had or anything?
No,
did you ever
never.
Like I wasn't invited?
Yeah, he was not. I never fucked with him. And he was kind of he never kept to himself, and he was always very...
He was a social butterfly?
Not a social butterfly. He was a social butterfly, yes, but in the annoying sense. Like he overcompensated. Yes, he
social pest.
Exactly. He was a social pest. He would overcompensate his demeanor by making himself presentable, so to speak. Anyways, at In-N-Out we have family meals. So at lunch, this is one thing about In-N-Out I didn't like. Your break is 15 minutes, and that's your lunch. you put your order in, they make it for you, and then that's your break. Yeah, you don't get to the car or anything.
You don't get a lunch?
You don't get a lunch unless you work the full, I think it's 10-hour shift. So,
what?
Yeah, and even then it's 30 minutes.
So if you have an 8-hour shift, you don't get...
I think you get 2 breaks.
Lunch?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Crazy. I might be wrong. I don't remember. Anyways, this guy, he puts his lunch order in, and he goes sits down, and he's like, okay. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy like
What's he doing?
Yeah. The next day, we have a story meeting, and this guy and it's like an impromptu, like, but right before the shift, and then my shift manager at the time was like, he's like, if you guys have a problem with how your family meal is made, please let us know and don't call corporate. And I was like,
what?
I wonder who that could be. And then that week I found out, that Saturday, because Saturday's usually our busiest day, we got, I saw them be like, hey, Danny, come into our office. And it was all the managers. And then I was cool with one of the managers. I was like, everything good? He's like, I'll tell you later. And then he comes out and looks like pissed. And he would be like, and then I talked to my manager, the shift manager I was cool with. And then he's like, this guy had the audacity to complain to corporate because they didn't get his order right for family meals. And I'm like, no way, dude. And then I had a friend at the time named Kareem. And Kareem overheard, he's like, bruh, Danny's a bum. And yeah, dude, that guy would be pissed about everything. I remember when he wouldn't be doing like the work he was supposed to.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, Danny, come over here. And he's like, don't do that to me. And I'm like, what the, like, I'm just telling you to come over. He's like, don't boss me around. Don't tell me what to do. I'm older than you. And I'm like, no shit, but you don't know how to follow directions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And eventually got fired.
No, that's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how, like, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't let your employer, like, take advantage of you and shit. But there's people like that you're like, bro, like.
Right. Even then, I think
chill
there's a line can't be crossed. And there's a line where you have to have some sense of social awareness that you aren't doing or living up to the standard that.
Yeah, dude, that makes sense. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Remember one time, too, remember that, did I tell you I had that job for a day? At a taco store in Pasadena, and Josh got me the job.
No,
because he's like, "Hey, they're hiring. You should go here." And it was like a Mexican taco shop. I think it was called like.
I think I remember him mentioning.
Yeah, it was like Danny's Tacos or something, or something like that. I went and I worked for the day, literally just a day, bro. And it was interesting because I remember showing up, doing the work, and the owner was there. And he was
by PCC, right?
Yeah, it's right in front of PCC.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's still there.
Yeah,
but he was basically teaching me how to like make the food. He's like trying to act cool, He's like, how much?
Was this guy like a manager or
he was the owner? He's the owner, okay. And he's like manning the kitchen, and he's like chopping it up with another cook. He's like a big husky guy, and he's like, how many cheese you put in the quesadilla, bro? And I'm like, I don't know, a lot. And he's like, nah, bro, a fuck ton. And I'm like, okay. He's like, you get that? He's like, you got to remember that, okay? And I'm like, right. And then, and then that day, later the day, he's like, I got a call from the guy who hired me. He's like, hey, you're going to get your check, but unfortunately, we don't have the money to keep you around. And I'm like, whatever, okay.
Because you put too much cheese on the...
And then the next week I go to pick up my check, and bro, there's like a ton of chicks I see there who like are like I've never seen them before. And then I asked someone like, have you seen these guys before? Snoopy, come here. And they are always like and apparently like the owner, someone was like online said like the owner only likes to hire chicks that are attractive. And I was like, bruh, like maybe I wasn't hot enough.
Yeah. That's funny, dude. It's crazy how you worked at so many different places, bro.
Yeah, dude. I've worked at not a lot of different places, but
a good amount. Well, at least more than I've only worked at like 3-4
never
places.
Visited me at any of my service.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I've worked at a restaurant before, and I'm like low key embarrassed to have people that I know come in. Like,
really?
Well, at the time, because I don't know, I felt like.
So you thought because that applied to you?
Yes, I was like, everyone else must think the same way.
Dude. I remember my last day at Home State. I remember just giving out free margs and free cookies, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
I don't know. I always thought like, man, like, I have a degree and shit. Like, why am I working here? Like, so someone's gonna pull up and see me. Like, fuck, this is embarrassing. So I'm like, everyone probably. I mean, because you were in my situation.
I
too.
I felt that
graduated.
way,
You had
right.
graduated.
I
Too.
felt that way too, but thankfully it worked out. But I was also I didn't let it get to me. You know,
Yeah.
not visibly at least because I knew that everyone was in the
But I
same.
remember I was working at a restaurant at UCLA,
Uh-huh.
and there was like a lot of Hispanic guys that had just like legalized and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then I had just like I was working there while I was still going to school, right?
Mhm.
But I had graduated, and it was like a month or two in, and like I was like looking for work and stuff. And I remember one of the guys was like, he's like, "Buddy, you're gonna stay here for the rest of your life."
What?
And I was like, it kind of got to me, dude. I was
When
like,
you hear that, dude? I've heard that too at Home Depot.
yeah.
And it's like, it's my job to prove you wrong. It is
Yes.
my duty to
Yes.
prove you wrong. Yes.
Dude, and literally like a month later, I was gone.
Good, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yes, dude.
And he that guy. I mean, he's a cool guy, but like that, like I took that the wrong way. I don't know.
No, I would too.
And he was like excited because he was like moving to like the maintenance department.
Bro, it's funny that...
And it was like $1 more, dude.
Wow. It's funny that you have that type of guy because at Home Depot, I remember my first day, there was
Yeah.
a guy like that too. And he was like this nerdy, scrawny dude who like, he's like a teacher's pet basically.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, if you're ever going to be like me, you got to listen. And I'm like, yeah, I was like, it's my duty to get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here. I could tell, and he would always hit on this one chick that I ended up smashing.
Oh, yeah?
And I did that out of spite too, because I was like, I fucking hate this guy. And I remember telling her, she's like, he's always trying to hit on me. He's like, I'm glad like you got him shut up. Yeah.
Bro, this guy like, I was like a restaurant, so a lot of people work on the weekends.
Uh-huh.
And then he would talk like, I guess we would get new schedules like every month or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes you'd have Tuesday, Wednesdays off. And he would start talking about it. People would start talking like, "Oh, my weekend, like, it's my weekend," like, because it was their Friday, I guess. Their Monday
right.
was like their Friday. And I was like, dude, if I ever talk like that, bro, I'm so done.
Yeah,
like
my
my weekend.
kill me
Like,
now.
yeah, I'm like, dude, hell no.
I know. Yeah, I'd become an alcoholic for sure.
And you're doing like the same thing every day, and it's like,
I remember when
doesn't really matter
when
what
I
you
was a
do,
teacher,
really.
dude. That's how I.
This
It
guy
was
was a teacher
horrible.
too.
It was horrible because I remember at the time we were gymming together and I couldn't gym because I had no work-life balance. Remember, I was literally clock in, clock out, go home, and nothing, dude. Nothing.
What would you do at home? Like, would you do any home related? I mean, were you on salary?
I was salaried.
Oh, so you would stay
Yeah,
longer.
I would have to stay longer, dude. You get no work-life balance. It was awful, dude. I hated it, but. Thankfully, on to bigger things. Man, the podcast making 100,000 a week.
100,000. The place you worked at was by Rebay Academy, right?
Yeah,
Or if it's still there,
I won't dox that place, but yes, it's right. It's not even Rebay anymore, dude. It's,
I know. I think I seen it.
yeah,
It's something else.
Something else. Yeah.
Some other academy name or whatever. But yeah, it's crazy how like I've always heard like girls that became teachers always complaining about the work-life balance, but I don't understand like what it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no personal care time. I remember there was a teacher I worked with who said she would waste her lunch at the gym. She would just
Because she didn't have time.
Yeah, she would go spend the hour at the gym. I would spend it sleeping. Because
Yeah.
I would barely get any the night before. I would go to my car, take a nap. Those were dark days, dude.
Did you have any cool, dude? Sometimes the coworkers are really would like
Yeah.
keep you sane, bro.
There's a guy named at work. His name was Caesar, but he was a pretty tall dude. He was really chill. He was kind of goth, and I felt bad for him because he really wanted his teacher credentials, but he wanted it to move schools. And he told me like, dude, another subject. This is a bigger class problem that I'm diving deep into right now. But after he was finished teaching, he would do Uber, and he said
And he was like a teacher,
Yeah, he was a
teacher,
teacher,
or
teacher. He was a math
oh, but he
teacher.
just didn't have his credential.
Right, we didn't have his credentials because he was doing the fellowship that I was. But he's been there longer. He's a teacher. He would do Uber on the weekends and Uber at weeknights. And he said like sometimes I'd come home, take a nap, and then come here with like 3 Red Bulls, dude. And he's like, I'm like, fuck, man.
That's brutal,
It's gotta
dude.
be better for us. And he's like, yeah, man.
I wonder what it is though. Is there like a super high supply of teachers, so the price is just like the, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. And there's a lot of There's a lot of incentives to being a teacher as far as student loans go. So I imagine that's why a lot of people want the actual credentials.
And then you have the summer, I guess.
Yeah, you have the summer
You have the
off.
summer.
You have winter break off. I remember during my summer, one of the reasons I left was because they told me, they're like, you're going to be teaching during the summer. And I was like, that ain't happening.
Hey, but they give you extra money, right?
No, I'm salaried, bro. So
What?
that was when I was like, I'm out of here, dude.
That was crazy. And I bet the salary wasn't even even nice.
Dog shit, dude. It was consistent money compared to what I was making at home state before, but I remember just telling myself.
So you went from home state to
teaching
to
the law firm.
And double docs, dude.
And they're like, and what years were these?
what's the street address, dude? That's hilarious, dude. And then finally, that's your job now, right?
Right.
Cool.
Thankfully, it's about to be 3 years of the job, dude.
Bro, I remember when you first sent me the screenshot that you had gotten accepted.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy, dude.
Crazy, man.
Crazy journey. And I remember how down in the dumps you were at the time, bro.
Dude. I remember.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't down in the dumps because when I was a teacher, I applied for this job the first time and I failed, remember? And the second time around, I had to do a whole another test. I remember asking people to proofread it. Shout out to Who You Are. I think she listens to this podcast. So,
nice, dude.
Yeah. Shout out Merleek. She read basically the essay portion of the exam I had to read submit, and she proofread it.
So you went through once. I
failed.
You failed, and then you were just doing your thing. You were working.
Yeah, I studied again.
And then they reached out to you again, or
I saw the position
again?
I saw the position open, but I was already on the list of basically a wait list of candidates under consideration. So I submitted again. I did an essay portion of my exam, and I made it to. I think the last time I had been in the third category of considered candidates, and this time around I made it to the second class. So I think they hired the first and second classes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
And they got to you after?
Yep.
Nice, dude.
Pretty blessed, dude.
Hey, but you proved them right? You've been there for 3 years?
Yeah, dude. I did prove them right. I remember, it's funny, because sometimes I feel like I don't belong in my job. I feel like
I feel that way too, yeah.
And then I was watching a video this week on Marco Pierre Wright. You know who he is? Basically one of the biggest chefs in the world. He taught Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay was a sous chef in the UK. And Marco Pierre Wright, when he was learning how to become a chef, was teaching in Africa, I believe, or a French restaurant full of Africans. And there was only one other English-speaking man there who communicated with him. And he's like, I can help you communicate with everyone here. And he was very nervous. He never learned how to basically assimilate to the culture there. And a month in, the head chef called him into his office, and he said, "I'm getting cut. I think that's it for my chef dream."
Right.
And the head chef basically sat him down and said, "Marco, you can cook just as well, if not better than anybody else here." He says, "Don't think you aren't a chef." And he said he knows that that it wasn't true, but the fact that he can believe
that he told him,
what was enough to go a long way. So I feel like that carries me in my profession to or at least I should tell myself that, to believe that I could be someone.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it, because I feel that way too. Like, I'm always like, man, is my stuff not good? Like, it is what it is. But I think a lot of it is just like inexperience. Like, like we see people that have been there a long time, and we think like they know something that we don't. It's like, bro, they're doing the same shit that we're doing.
Not even that. I feel like a lot of people who just spend their life studying for a certain profession don't develop the social skills they need to actually interact with other people to make these things successful. And I feel like the best stories come from folks who really started from the bottom up. Metro LA, their ex-president, started off as a bus driver, dude. And in 25 years, they became the president of Metro. And that's astonishing to me, because it's like a blue-collar worker going into a white-collar profession and becoming a management of an entire public transportation
system. I guess, well, I mean, they don't really teach, like, at school and stuff, they don't really teach you that, right? Like,
right, they don't.
And I don't know if you should expect them to. I don't think so. Like, that's just something that you either do or you don't. I mean, you could develop it too, I guess, but it's not, I don't know, it's not standard curriculum that you come across, I guess.
What do you think about? I sent this to you this week, but I believe it was Sam Altman who basically said, if you have any profession in tech or math, you should start seeking another job because the people who will have jobs are liberal arts degrees.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like,
That's me.
Yep. You don't say.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like he's very doomer. Like, he's positive on AI, but he's also kind of doomer on it.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't think.
But I think he's right. I think there is.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it's gonna shape the landscape, but I don't think it's gonna completely replace those types of jobs, like like entry level computer program. The one thing I do agree on is most level entry jobs are either gonna go away or totally shift their areas of focus, I think. But like, let's say for programming, you're still gonna need like the head programmer. He's still gonna have his job.
Right.
He's still gonna have to review the code that AI produces or whatever. For how long, I don't know, but he'll be around, I think, for a while.
I don't know. I might have to disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like AI will eventually become. Well, I also think the AI bubble is going to burst. So maybe I'm just kind of dumb if I'm. I feel like I have so many opinions contradicting each other, but at the same, mostly because it's of what I want to happen versus what will actually happen, and what I want to happen is the AI bubble to burst. So I believe it will. Realistically, I don't think it will, but I think
both could be true though. I think the bubble can burst, but AI will still be AI will still be around, but the expectations of AI will just come down to reality. Basically,
sure. It'll be like Apple's Touch Bar.
it'll go away.
It'll go away.
Yeah,
but there'll be remnants of
it. Yes.
I think AI, if we continue to fund it as big tech wants it to, will be able to manage itself. So the need for head programmers will obviously be redundant. But if the AI bubble bursts, I believe that eliminates, like, AI will have to be regulated and will need.
Yeah.
There will be a need for head programming.
But did you see AI was on track to like be totally insolvent in a couple of years?
No, dude, that's scary.
They're gonna totally have to change their business. They're gonna have to charge people more. They're maybe not a free version. That's why they were rolling out the ads on ChatGPT.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's a lot of money, dude.
Which might kill it, dude.
Now RAM is gonna be ridiculously expensive too.
I hope that spells the kill switch for
the kill switch for AI.
I feel like that's what happens to dating apps, where it's become so monetized and people eventually want to stop using them.
Or like I don't know. I just don't think it should get used as much as it does now, dude. Like, let's say
there's an over dependency on it, and there's an over marketing of it that makes people believe that this is like the future is now, when that's not.
Yeah, like true. Let's say you have a AI package for work and every employee has an account. I think it should go down to the equivalent of a company only having one account, basically. Like, it's just too much, dude. And then people are out here doing like Kirkinator memes. Yeah. the videos, bro. You're like,
or like the Epstein edits.
Yeah, the Epstein edits, dude.
I think that pisses me off too, the use of AI to the point where we like desensitize ourselves to think it's cute. It's pointless.
It's pointless. Yeah.
It's completely pointless, and you're just doing it for a cheap laugh. It's like, was the engagement farming worth it, bro?
Yeah. But yeah, dude.
Yep.
Iran, man.
Yeah, back to Iran.
Late
night with Chris and Juan.
Have you haven't heard of I don't know, I guess they call him Prince Reza Pahlavi?
Prince Reza Pahlavi, no.
The guy that's like supposed to take over or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's making his rounds on like interviews and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how realistic it is to go back. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Do people want a kingdom again? Like, I don't know. I don't think. But dude, Iran seems like it's such a cool country to visit, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they have like the ruins of Babylon, all that stuff.
Yeah,
dude.
that is true.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I know Yoon, friend of the show.
Right.
He recently posted about a monument he saw.
The GPG guy, dude?
JPG. He recently saw a human creation that was made in 25 AD. And he was basically posting, or he captioned how it's His brain can comprehend anything over 200 years old made by humans, you know, and the fact that there's something before him that was made in that time, and that's true.
How many years? What was it?
It was 25 AD.
25 AD.
Yeah, so biblical times, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy, man.
that's crazy, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of that in Iran, like the ancient Babylonian empires and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that'd be a super nice place to visit, man.
Yeah, man.
And I hope with all these wars and stuff that those things don't get bombed, man.
That's sad, dude. I know.
Yes,
That is so true.
there's a lot in Iraq too.
Yeah, man-made wonders being bombed.
Like when the whole 2003 war happened, a lot of the artifacts from some of the Iraqi museums got stolen,
What?
and they've never been recovered, dude.
Yeah, I know. The same thing. It's crazy when I hear about that happening to like Greek statues, where
Greek statues.
after Pompeii, like obviously the town's covered in ash, a lot of the statues were missing, so people went like archaeologists wonder what happened to them. And
Dude, have you seen people talk? I forget. I think it's in London. There's a huge museum in London, but everyone is now like complaining about how if you trace back, everything in there was basically stolen.
really,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about that.
like they steal them from like ancient civilization. Like it was, like it hasn't been stolen recently, but it was stolen at the time, basically
Right.
by.
I can't fault museums for that though,
Yeah.
because I feel a lot of them their duty is to present these
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you have to obviously that profession must be dirty. You have to obtain it by any means necessary. So, like Indiana Jones says, it belongs in the museum, dude.
Yeah, bro.
What else?
How much time we got, bro?
How much time we got? We got 10 minutes, bro. 10 minutes to kill. Longest 10 minutes of our fucking
Bro, nobody's watching this.
Okay. Yeah, let's say.
Mask off, dude.
Mask off. Say what you want to, bro. Tell the people what they really want to fucking hear, dude.
You hitting the gym today?
Yeah, arm day, bro.
Arm day? I think I'm gonna do legs today, bro.
You have lunch already?
Nah,
No?
I'm going to,
What are you
though.
feeling, though?
I need some protein for sure, bro.
Me too, bro.
I had Chipotle last week, so I can't do that, bro.
Dude. Do you ever get the shits when you get Chipotle?
I can't do it. Yeah, I do, bro.
Man, me too. I think it's their salad.
You think it's their
I think
salad?
it's their lettuce.
No, lettuce.
Yeah, their lettuce.
What do you get there? The bowl?
Usually the bowl. Yeah.
No, I go either burrito or bowl, dude.
For me, it's been Kava ever since, dude. Kava doesn't let me down anymore, dude.
Really?
Yeah. But they
The
don't
nearest
let
one
me
is the one in Pasadena, right?
down.
Yeah, I don't have one around my place, so I
Yeah,
don't really go.
Yeah. Fucking damn it, bro.
But yeah, dude. Wait, is Kava the same like setup as
A little bit. Yeah, it's a bowl or a pita wrap. And they also do falafel, so.
falafel? That's pretty cool. You like Indian food?
I love Indian food.
I love
dude.
Indian food.
Butter
too,
chicken.
man. Yeah,
Ooh,
butter chicken.
Maroon.
Tikka masala, bro, the
Yeah.
best.
Um,
With the little
Erg.
tortillas to the naan.
yeah. Oh,
So
I
it's
love
just-
garlic naan. Is the
That's
best.
so good,
dude.
bro.
It's like sex on your fucking taste buds, dude.
Makes me want to go, but that's just kind of far. Have you been to a Little Indian Artesia, dude?
No, where's that?
In
Artesia?
Yeah. I forget the name
I
of the
thought it was
street.
Little Indian Artesia, not Little.
No, Little India and Artesia, yeah. They have a bunch of restaurants and like they have, you know, like a Starbucks here, like you would just like kick it and stuff. They have it where it's like tea shops basically.
Tea shops. Oh, okay.
They're tea. There's just tea
Right.
because it's like coffee's not as big, I guess. But they're like playing hockey. They're playing like cricket games and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cricket's huge in India.
Yeah, cricket's huge, dude. Cricket's so big in India. And then I don't know if you've seen the marriage gowns with like all the
Right,
bling
yeah.
and stuff. They have like a bunch of stores there too. They have like supermarket. It's cool. Like it's a totally new, different culture, and it's cool to look at the different things that they have. And they have restaurants that are like very American fusion, and they have like Indian stuff.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's a good mix.
You know the band Cat's Eye?
Yes.
Laura, the Indian woman, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
They're like all 25 and under, huh? They all
I
look
think
pretty young.
Yeah, the youngest is like 24. The oldest is like 24.
Mhm.
It's crazy that to have a group, you know,
That's like so young, dude, and they're like making it big time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the unks feel right now,
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
That's gonna be us
Never
pretty
saw
soon.
the shot, dude. I think the youngest is 17 in that group, dude.
Really?
Yeah, pretty crazy.
It's a K-pop group, though, right? It's mostly,
No, it's a group that emulates K-pop,
but they're not
like,
Korean.
culture. Their management is Korean. It's fucking stupid that I know that so much about.
I know it sounds so astroturf, dude.
Okay, we got 7 minutes. Fuck. What can we do?
We got 2 minutes, bro.
No.
We'll cut it 5 minutes short.
Trump, if you're watching this, my ex's new boyfriend is in development of a nuclear bomb. Just letting you know. Please do.
Where does he live, bro?
I have no idea. Somewhere in the South Bay, Mr. Trump, please. This is from classified intelligence info from the CIA, Chris Intelligence Agency. We got my best man on that.
Damn, bro. I don't know if this is doxing, but it's kind of crazy. You still talk to your ex, bro?
No, I don't talk to her, but you
guys are cool and all.
Yeah, we're amicable. So
you're amicable.
Amicable.
It's a good. Bro, I totally got ghosted, dude, from my ex.
Technically, I
blocked on all
too,
platforms. Huh?
Technically, I am too, but
you still sneak your way in, bro?
No, come on. I hope I don't kill myself this week. It's been fucking.
Just make it to the next episode.
Yeah, dude. That's my mindset. If I can make it to the next episode,
next Sunday morning.
Yeah,
we'll be chopping it up again.
Killing myself. I actually wanted to bring this up on the pod, but I basically in the search of a new therapist, and my evaluation. I had an evaluation recently, and they told me you're gonna have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for your actual first therapy. And I'm like, okay with that. Obviously, I think I'll make it. But you look at, like, what if I was someone else on the verge of death? It's like 2 to 3 weeks.
It makes you think like dystopian bureaucratic state, you know?
Right.
Where you're like, oh, like I'm about to kill myself. Well, like, oh, let's get the paperwork for that.
Yes. Let's get you ready for that. But
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think it was like, it makes me worry for those who are actually in dire need of mental health resources.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Waiting 2 to 3 weeks is insane. Like,
you got to get private therapy to get the.
Yeah, dude. The fact that you have to fork over, it's unbelievable.
That's crazy. Oh, dude, did you see that I'm not sure if I sent this to you, but last week we were talking about the El Mencho, a big newspaper in Mexico like released his I don't know if it was like his accountant's like record keeping and stuff of like everything he spends in a month. Bro, it's so crazy. He has like
I saw it.
He has the municipal police on there.
Yeah, I saw that the wages aren't even comparable to the minimum wage of Mexico.
No, they're not, dude.
So it must be a bunch of blackmail, I assume, that keeps them on the
Or honestly, it's like people that just have no education, like they can't even get a job.
That's
basically.
True. Yeah.
So,
cheap labor.
And then they have like the police departments on there, but I'm like, dude, they're not even gonna do anything.
I heard an audio leak where he was basically, Mencho was going off on a police officer.
Oh yes, that one's like super famous. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna kill you and your dogs.
He's like, don't you know? He's like, I own you, right? And then he's like, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. He's like, sorry for the bad words. Yeah, but so they have the police departments on there, and you're like, this is like definitive proof that. But it's like, bro, they're not gonna do anything. Right. Like, it doesn't even matter. Everybody already knows that. Like,
it's not like it doesn't exist in the United States.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You could argue that Trump is a kingpin. Like,
and then they got him with World Cup tickets too.
Oh, really?
To see a game in New York, I think.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, dude.
I was reading that he studied in the Bay Area, Mencho. Yeah.
Well, he got arrested. Some of the only pictures that are out there of him are pictures of him because he got arrested.
He was selling drugs, right?
Yeah.
That's insane.
But like some small time stuff, so it was like not a big deal. But dude, when I saw like, not like, like making him not sound like a criminal, but like when I saw that he had his World Cup tickets. I'm like, damn, dude, that could be anyone. Like,
it's funny how
everyone has plans for what they're gonna do, but it's like, bro, you never know.
It's so funny how these historical figures have like childlike draws. Like Osama bin Laden had Lady Gaga and like video games on his drive, and and
then they got him with a bunch of Xbox games.
Too. Oh, really? Yeah. And like Hitler like was a huge Charlie Chaplin fan, and it's crazy, dude. These people, it's like. Dictators, they're just like us.
Yeah.
Or like Trump's super into Broadway, and
he is. That's hilarious.
People like a lot of people believe he's like his persona as president is just him living out his Broadway dream, and which is cute.
That's funny.
You gotta give. Sometimes these guys just had no childhoods.
And then he got caught. I guess he got caught because they were tracking The girl he was like the girlfriend he was visiting.
Oh, right. She ratted him out, right?
Oh, I don't know if he was ratted out.
There was a
but
prostitute that ratted him out, I believe.
Really?
And I think she was like a secret double agent.
I think they were basically tracking him and they knew he was gonna go. So that's how they got him basically.
For sure. All right, dude.
Chicks be the downfall of everyone, bro.
We made it, dude. 10 minutes. That wasn't so bad.
That wasn't so bad, dude.
Any last plugs, dude?
Same as always, dude.
Yep.
Follow the podcast on Instagram.
Super Serious Podcast. Please, once again, like and comment.
Comment on YouTube, dude. Comment on YouTube.
Please. We thank you so much. If anyone wants to sponsor, it's just CJ Super Serious Pod.
We'll sponsor anything, bro. I don't care what it
we'll
is.
sponsor anything, dude. Fucking flashlights, anything, dude. Blue Chew.
An OF account will do anything, bro.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in with us.
See you.
See you next week.